What's up, Panda Nation? Peter from Panda here. Hey, just got myself something. This is the WOWTAC A2 LED headlamp, and it's technically supported by ThruNight. This one is going to be pretty cool, I think, because it's not just a headlamp, it's also like a flashlight. So, in more ways than just a lot of headlamps say that they're like a flashlight. And I have loved the A-Tactical, now referred to as WOWTAC flashlights. I thought they were just awesome, amazing. Check out my other reviews on them. I think they're the best. They are the ones that I put in my EDC packs because they are outstanding. This is a brand new product from them as far as I can tell, and thanks Freaks Ritual for pointing it out so we could try them out together. We have a little instruction booklet here, but let's forget that. Real men don't need instructions. There it is. There it is. Looks like a flashlight at this point. Does not look like a headlamp, but I know it is a headlamp because it says it's a headlamp, and I believe everything I see on the internet. Okay, it looks like the packaging is a little different here. Micro USB cable for charging. And I'm going to pull this out because look, yep, stuck on the bottom. So we have a, oh, look at that. Extra O-rings, so we do have that. And then here, we're going to pull out the headlamp here and unwrap it. So we have it wrapped up with a rubber rubber band here. Okay, and it's kind of like a little jigsaw puzzle because it's wrapped around the flashlight portion. So what you have here is kind of like this torch and a head lamp piece. So this is all like rubber. So this is just going to push out, I think. All right, there we go. Boom! Now we can get rid of this rubber band, and boom, this slides out. So let's take a look at the light unit itself here. Oh man, it just feels so nice. High quality, it feels dense, feels weighty, without it feeling like really heavy and bulbous, but it doesn't feel like that cheap aluminum, like the really thin aluminum. Now, how many lumens is it? I believe it is, oh my gosh, I apologize, 550 lumens. It's a 5-mode, runs on an 18650 battery, and looks like we've got a rubberized button right here. The LED lamp portion is right up here too, so you kind of work it like a pepper spray bottle. And you have knurling right here in the middle, and then on the bottom, and then on the top here. And this I assume maybe unscrews because that has to get in there somehow, but that's on there really, really tight. You have a little, some fins here, maybe for heat dissipation. You can see the LED element right in there. And it's, the lens is set in there like a couple eighths of an inch, looks like, WOWTAC A2. Then I guess maybe we unscrew the bottom to get to the battery here. Okay, cool. Oh, boom. And then we get a little paper disc, keeping the battery from activating. And what I love about this is the battery has the micro USB port built into the battery. So the cool thing is it's totally waterproof as long as it's inside the housing, and you pull it out and you kind of recharge the battery directly, which is pretty cool. You can see right here there's a little silicone O-ring, so just keep a nice waterproof seal right there. Man, I mean, the machining is just so precise. You know, this just screws on so smoothly. And now we'll have the button right here that turns it on. Boom, look at that. Man, it's freaking bright, dude. I know on the camera it might always be a little tough to figure out what's really bright and what's just kind of lens flaring in the camera, but this thing is already bright. So let's see here. If I tap it, I guess it goes off. I'm trying to figure out how to half tap. Guess you can't half tap. Okay, so you hold it down to go through the modes. So you have a lower, brighter, low, bright, and super bright. And so you have 3 brightness settings there. And then you double tap to get to the other 2 modes, it looks like. So the double tap toggles between an SOS that we're on and it looks like a super bright. So if I tap it once, it'll go off, and then kind of have like a firefly mode. Oops. A brighter mode still. Then if I double tap it, boom, we get like this turbo, which is probably like the 550 lumen mode. All right, so I'm just going to turn it off here for a second. Element's not hot yet. Haven't really taxed it that hard, I guess. Let's just take a look at the head piece here. We have this whole piece up here is like a flexible rubber. And as you can see, it's like a scope ring mount. So you should be able to just slide this bad boy in, and then you can angle the lens by just twisting it around. So let's go ahead and just push it back in here. And the thing is, these rings are nice and tight, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about it slipping out. And even if it does kind of slip a little bit, you knock your head against something, you have knurling on the flashlight, which is also going to kind of create some extra friction. Now, what's pretty cool is that there's a little bit, there's a little bit of a lip, a little bevel action right there, so this kind of wants to naturally stay on the inside portion of the flashlight. And same right here, there's a little step down, and so nicely engineered, kind of nice co-engineering between the flashlight unit and the head unit piece. And then this is all rubber, so that should be comfortable against your head. And then, like I said, you kind of angle it by twisting, and because of it's a nice tight fit, should kind of hold that position pretty nicely. Especially on a lot of headlamps, you want it angled down. Now, that being said, your light is always going to be off to one side or the other. It won't be straight, kind of right between your eyes, but that's actually pretty nice. And then it's pretty easy. You'll know right where the button is by feel. And it's also kind of nice, I guess, because if this does get hot, it's not sitting right against your forehead and branding your head. Really stretchy WOWTAC flexible fabric on the top and the sides. Adjustable for snugness there, and then also adjustable on the top depending on how big of a head you have. I usually loosen these things up all the way because I have a head the size of a small Zeppelin. You can see on the inside, fabric kind of weaves in the back here, so you actually have fabric against your head, especially if you're bald or something like that. So there it is. You know what's next. Out here in the dark, as you can see, because you can't see anything, I've got the headlamp on, and you hit it once here, and man, let's see which mode I'm on here. Lower, medium, higher. So this is the high setting, not that turbo setting, but this is wicked bright. And obviously we're going to kind of start a little on the higher end here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it there, but I can see the trees out there. As I kind of bring it in here, obviously you can see the ground lit up just fine. It's a bright white light, and man, I've got a big circular pattern. I mean, 30 feet across, just 15 feet in front of me. And then, man, I've got white light lighting up the trees out there. And if I even go to a little bit lower level like this, I mean, this is perfect for hiking, and I can see, 10-20 feet out and 10 feet wide here, with great light. Man, this is no doubt. And then this kind of middle setting, this is probably a great overall balance between the two. Not too bright, but lights up more than necessary. And like I said, even gives me some pretty practical lighting out there, 30-40 yards, so I could see something that we're heading towards me or wildlife before it gets a jump on me. Again, might be a little hard to see here in the dark. Now, if I double click, man, we go to, I think this, like the 550 lumens light, and I don't know if you can see that, but that is just lighting up the world. Holy cripes! 550 lumens is bright, no doubt. And in a little tiny handheld headlamp / flashlight like this, that is super powerful. And then if I go like this, get the SOS, let's just go back to that bright light, and you should be able to see that. You can see those trees out there, right? That's crazy. And it's light. It doesn't feel any heavier on my head than any other headlamp, so that is pretty awesome. And it is really, really dark out here. So, headlamp and flashlight all in one, and the reliability and high quality of the WOWTAC brand. You can't go wrong with this little bad boy. And you won't go wrong with it when you get it. You'll definitely be thanking me and the people at WOWTAC. Alright, so this WOWTAC A2 headlamp flashlight is pretty freaking awesome. I love the fact that it comes with this headlamp mount, so it's super useful. And then you can also take it out and use it just like a flashlight. And it's pretty small. Look at that. It fits in my hand. It's really comfortable, and it kind of solves the problem of taking multiple lights on your trip, you know, that you don't really need, right? Because you have a headlamp and you have a flashlight all in one instead of taking two devices. Now, WOWTAC A2 headlamp / flashlight. I love it. Peter Von Panda, out.